no, copper. Sit. 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 Good boy. Good boy. Hello, everybody. I'm 88 Maniverse. Welcome back to my channel. I apologize for being gone for so long. Do-do-do. No? Do-do-do. I don't have any of this set up. Okay. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I apologize for not really being around. I wasn't planning on coming back, but there's some things happened, so I decided that I was gonna go ahead and stream again. I'm just gonna fix this real quick. And the last two streams we did not have my mic or camera available, as I wasn't the only one in the room and the TV was being used, so I was trying to be respectful of everybody else. I apologize if I'm a little quiet. I did get sick recently, and I'm still getting over it. I have this just in case. Anyways, we're gonna jump into the game. We've been playing Harmony: The Fall of Reverie. I've been looking at this game for a while. I got it on super sale, and it's interesting so far. I like it. And as you can see, here's little Copper. Hi, Copper. He's being very cuddly. Okay, let's jump into the game. Make sure I have my chat open. Apologize for anybody's ears. Hello. Alrighty, so we are at this time. So I think what I'm gonna do is that would reveal this, but I feel like we should just trust him. I feel like this is gonna end badly if we're not careful. At the same time, it looks like we can come back to these. But I need the power stones. Yeah, 'cause that branches off over here. Those are my objectives. Okay, I'm gonna do this one. What do I need for this? Two crystal. I have 2 bond crystals and 2 crystal bridge. I only have 1 bond crystal so far. I probably could have gotten more here if I was smart. Let's get nosy. I better listen to this medicine. I'm curious. Like, I want to listen in, but at the same time, like, I want to trust him. Let's trust. Let's trust. We'll go back and we'll replay things like at a later. Like, we'll do another save file and try it again. Where is it from me? Since his phone number is pocket, presses a few buttons on the side. Is this guy a spy? Why is he so comfortable with this situation? I'm sweating. My head hurts. My stomach's churning.
Hey, it's me.
I could listen to him eavesdrop on this conversation. Instead, I slow my pace to give him some space I trust him. No matter how stupid it might be, I trust him. Okay. Now, middle is 1. I'll gain 2 power crystals. Because I really need to try and... What I want to do is I want to try and up power himself. I'm not a huge fan of Power so far. I don't like his character, but I do like this character. This character. There we have this little bit. And then so far, he has the most. She doesn't have as much. We don't have as many opportunities for this anymore, which I feel like is my fault. We'll do this. What? It's locked. Oh. Across the street and then the other side. Like, we moved into entirely buildings glass and steel and granite sidewalks that almost completely inside. This economic center of the empire, part of modern more steps slow.
Listen, I'll be back for you. Next block is MK Tower. You'll see a door with MK markings. Wait next to it. Wait for me. Understood?
I understand. He walks away and then stops and
And I'm sorry for the tone. I'm as nervous as you are.
Kind of wish I went. Like, I feel like this is the safer option, but I kind of wish we went with Polly and the other one. Choose one of. Okay, so I can do this. I can also do this. So this will not lock this out. However, if I had done this, it would have also given me that. I was worried that it would lock this out. I never thought of the street as peaceful. Some cars, trams, buses, pedestrians, and groups of busy people, business people going about their own business. But now all that is faded to offer back up the light side of resistance, gentleness, brand, realism. The city dog, I see interlock next to it. Just another door like any other. There's nothing else, nothing to set it apart. This can't be the entrance to the house. It can't be wrong.
Having doubts?
Fake warmth follows him somewhere. Even more spreads into reality.
No.
Ooh, I can feel truth wincing from here.
God. Did I? Have I made a mistake?
Maybe. Or maybe not. I'm not a big believer in preordination.
I like that when she speaks, there's voice acting. And then when she's thinking, you don't hear anything. It's us reading.
Too predictable.
I can't stay here.
Back to the street, back to waiting, back to the house. If I do this, it takes this one out. Oh, this one's leave and fend for yourself enough. He didn't give you enough reason to trust him anyway. Run away. That's what the power one is. But no matter what, it's okay with the entrance. Sam's trust of ours. I really wanted this because I wanted the power crystals, but
I'm in my element. Look at all this stuff. This is where I live. In a purely philosophical sense, of course. All the moving parts. Ego, paranoia, lust. All it needs is a little push, and the whole system would descend into... well... you know. And now, here you are. The proverbial spanner in the works. Granted, a spanner with an irrational fear of forcibly applied pork.
What are you talking about?
Like it or not, my dear, you're my agent now. The unknown variable. The gremlin on the wing. Feels good, doesn't it?
How did you... The drone.
A contact. You didn't think I'd come back?
I had my doubts.
Good. Like I said, trust is earned. Look,
It shows me his phone stream messages to me.
one of my old suppliers. MK swallowed up his book repo and he got drafted as a technician. Now, well, we help each other out.
Loyalty is important to him, though. Still, I grab his arm.
Tell me then, what's the plan?
Yes, take the initiative. Remind him who really holds the power here.
I don't like your character.
You're not going to like it.
Tell me.
We just walk in, pretend to be workers, part of the excavation team.
That's it?
You're not serious.
Have I ever joked with you before? Let's go.
Release my grip on his arm. Surprisingly, tough arm for a bookseller. You already like Yenna. Why are you pointing this stuff out? Sorry, I'm just managing some things. Okay. This still gets me. We'll mark across the street heading directly for our local door and then to crawl beside it. When we reach the freeway segments,
Got one today.
the metal road crackles back and Benjamin says nothing is obvious. We enter a corridor judging by the sand.
They're tunneling away, looking for artifacts and ruins. My guy said security's been told not to interrupt the dig team in any way.
The temple. It's down here?
Definitely. I had my doubts, but your call with your friend confirmed it.
They're not my friend.
Huh. Well, good to know.
If awkwardness was a liquid, I would be true.
I mean, good to know you're not in bed with the enemy.
Mom would be floating.
Forget it. Look, you should go.
You're not coming?
We need to split up. Cover more ground and...
And...
It's... something my contact said. I want to make sure he's safe. Distance from all this.
So, I apologize for the video quality. It's not actually on my end, it's on Twitch's end. However, it's coming through, so I've already taken a look at my side of things. Yeah, that should fix it. But I did notice that the video quality is not as clear as it is on my side. I'm not ahead for the stairs of the go turning right now. Life is strange. Sometimes that just hits me. Here I am, infiltrating an MK building to begin my search for an ancient mystic temple. Abruptly I stop. I'm not under the tower anymore. I'm somewhere else. Revere, somewhere in Bond's mangrove forest. But he's nowhere to be seen.
What the?
Behind the trees, through the leaves, I can sense Yana's presence. Yana's very close. They're waiting for me in the real world. Yana and their keen eyes, their sharp aura, their ways I apparently haven't forgotten. Yana, the walking reminder of how much I missed out.
Harmony, are you quite well?
I am. My mind was drifting and.
He raises his hand. He felt Yana. My thoughts of Yana, like a sonic boom above our heads.
This one. They are important to you?
They. Could be. I haven't seen them in so long.
Forgotten feelings.
Is it a warning, an omen? Before I can reply, I pull back to brittle to the ruins. My mother can't be
Hey.
Hey!
Hey.
There's a gate in front of us leading to the next room. I'm stuck in the room with Yana. Talk to them. I can't be seen with them, and they shouldn't be seen with me either. I did these. Something tells me it's not a bad idea to avoid them. Don't worry around that. I've talked to them.
I don't know why you're here, but I wish we were somewhere else, under very different circumstances. My life was on a very different path before my mother disappeared, and since then, everything's been a whirlwind. Emotions all over the place.
My sage.
There's a lot to talk about, but it's not the right time for either of us.
I smile, should I just try to poke the notes I have anything to say? A couple of seconds pass and then he sighs. Deep sigh. Her face full of complex emotions. Okay, so I didn't try to fool her, told her the truth, so Sai fills the room for a moment. I feel like it's
I've been expecting you. I mean, obviously.
Look, there's a lot to say. I know that. But I don't...
Polly, you dropped this.
they extend their arm, a key card.
You'd better run. I don't know how long this place will stay empty.
Thank you.
She wanted to make sure we were able to get in.
Drinks are on you next time.
They smile. Yay! I swear.
Go. Run.
Nod inside the card, key card into the reader.
Can you feel it?
Links forged through common ground across varied perspectives. There's nothing quite like it. Not in any world.
We barely spoke.
You are honest and frank once again. Such links are formed through faith repeated, no matter our differences.
I like you, sure. I also like Bond. Them and Bliss. I like the three of them together. Those three feel like how it wants me to go. Like that's how it could get to the end. But at the same time, with Bliss, I was worried that we would just ignore everything.
Good. I'm glad.
I'm afraid it will slow me down. Wait, no. I wanted this one. That's the else is this one. I might have moved a piece or two on the chessboard here. This node isn't inevitable unless we play in order to unlock the other nodes. What? What? But I want to play this one. Okay, so I guess I have to play this one in order to get these. These rooms seem like an anthill. All tunnels decide to be bustling. That's the best comparison I can think of. An anthill without hands. All of a sudden I stumble upon a card. His face lying down on the ground. Someone knocked him.
Ooh, you should see the dreams that one's having. Vivid.
You're doing?
Maybe, maybe not. Inscrutability is the key to my charm, you know.
I keep walking, but now my fists are clenched. All my senses on high alert. I did like that Polly in the last stream mentioned, like, how can I go the right way if you're all trying to drag me down different paths? And then I see the center of the rooms in front of me. It takes a second to understand what I'm looking at. A strange crave lit from an unknown source. Discarded. Discarded MK security vest and tag all in all. And my mother.
Laszlo?
Takes me a second to understand what I'm looking at.
She isn't waking up, Polly.
What are you doing here?
What did you... How did you...
I'm sorry, but I thought I could solve this without any of you getting hurt.
That breaks the spell on me and I rush to them. I check her, saw faint heartbeat, quick breathing. She's
Did you find her like this?
I did. I infiltrated the building on my own. Had to force my way in, but...
put my hand to Ursula's face. Ursula.
Wait. Look!
Her eyelids battle for a second against sleep. They flutter open and my mother looks around with empty eyes. Just
Hey. Hey there.
I'm fine. I just need a second.
I take a step back. Somewhere above our heads, an alarm blares. Seems like someone woke up the
Oh, look at them. How touching. Young love. Isn't it sweet?
Not if MK catches us.
Oh, I don't know. Your man here's a fighter. Lovely obliques. Wouldn't that be a sight to see?
I know you're behind this. And sooner or later, I'll find out why.
We don't have time for this, I snap.
Laszlo, we need to go. Can you...
Carry her. Yes, of course.
Laszlo scoops Ursula up and huddles her in his arms. We slip away through the ruins, through the dimly lit passages behind us. Footsteps resonate in the complex, like metallic drums sounding a prelude to war. No, I wanted to do this, but they forced me to do that. God damn it. I shouldn't have done this. Dang it, I wanted to do that. This one forced me to do it. I should have left it locked. Okay, so we have bonds, a collective win, and then we have reveal the hard truth. You're ready to face the maze and be transformed. We did it. We lead through the same rooms and the same corners. This time through the feeling void. They feel void of danger. It's not until we're near Naiads that I dare look up.
You.
Have a lot of explaining to do.
Being lectured by my own daughter. Truly, how delightful.
She doesn't have any pupils in her eyes.
Don't start with the sarcasm. After everything we just did, you have no right.
A fair point. Although I must say, I didn't ask for your assistance.
What were you doing? Where were you? Why didn't you leave a note or a letter or something?
I don't have the answers you're looking for.
It'd be the first time.
How can that possibly be true?
I need time. It has been a frightfully stressful day, and I need to sleep some things off. Please, darling. I'm tired. Let's go inside.
She's not lying about that. At least she looks terrible. Her eyes are drifting lazily out of focus now and again. Without another word, we set off towards home. There's an atmosphere. It is more so, to say the least. I take the first opportunity to highlight today after our little reunion. By the time I'm alone again, I feel the tether will feel. There's no point in resisting as much as I'd like to. Within moments, the familiar feeling takes me, and I open my eyes.
So, you found your mother at last. Impressive. I'm sure you are simply thrilled to have her back.
Of course I am. I mean, she was never the easiest person to get on with, but...
I feel like where Harmony keeps her arms sometimes, if they had put another one of these golden things, it would have completed the outfit.
I'm glad for Laszlo. And Nora. The stress was killing them.
And me.
The time has come to track down our missing sibling. We will need them to pry Glory from her little stronghold.
Chaos.
And I'm sure the others have lingering questions as well on the subject of my shattering.
We're further into Revere, joining the other aspirations. There's a Temur event anticipation.
With the egregor you found, you're ready to enter Chaos's maze. Be brave. You will face many truths amongst those pathways. Some exceedingly unpleasant.
I'm speaking before I'm fully noticed my own intention.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. I am ready. Well, look at that. Okay, so he has 40. She has 22. He has 12. She has 2. I want to get more of this. I really do. But that second chapter was very heavily focused Chaos and Mom. I knew it was one of the aspirations, I just didn't know which one. An opportunity to talk to Chaos is something I can't afford to waste. They're the most elusive and capricious of all aspirations.
Brava, dearie, brava! Fancy seeing you here.
You? And my mother?
What can I say? I'm a card.
How? Why?
Why? Because we fell in love. As a matter of fact, she seduced me. I wanted to remain aloof, unattainable. But your mother, she has her ways. What, did you think I bewitched her? Cast an evil love spell? Oh no, dearie. Sorry to disappoint.
So why then? Why did you imprison Truth?
To end the Age of Glory.
Their painted face is eerie, and its sudden stillness.
The others wouldn't exactly have approved of my methods, and without Truth, they were blind to my little scheme.
Chaos stares at me unblinkingly, their face That gaze that reminds me of my mother. Glint of calculating scrutiny reflected in a funhouse mirror. If they expect me to turn away, they'll be disappointed.
Ursula chose me as the new reigning aspiration, but we were robbed of the chance to follow through. I'm afraid the glorious age of chaos is on the back burner at the moment. The priority now is simply to end Glory's reign. A mortal construct has its hooks in glory, and deeply. One with which you are fast becoming familiar.
Rhymes with phono sunburn.
Takes a few moments to process this and to visualize the many implications and the interweaving paths that I'm seeing crossing the Google. Cal seems to be getting impatient.
I'm sorry, was that too easy? Would you rather answer my riddles 3?
MK.
Absolutely not.
What do you call an aspiration without a Gregor?
No riddles, please.
The answer is desperate, Harmony. Desperate.
Their eyes glitter within paint streaks.
Oh, would you look at the time? I really must be going. Toodles!
I know that there are points in the story where no matter what, it's always going to be the same, but there is so much left unexplored. Home, sour home. As eccentric as they are, I'm glad I've talked to Chaos. It helps me understand my mother a little bit, but it's still a lot to take in. I've returned from Revere to find Natus divided. We all retired to our separate rooms for the night. No one spoke, not even to say goodnight. I do not remember falling asleep. I do remember the flashes of Revere that flickered through my mind as I tossed and turned. Impossible landscapes, incredible vistas, vivid surges of light glowing and refracting. A throne of some bleached bone, a scattered silhouette made whole, a heartbeat. In the morning, I find Laszlo and Nora in the kitchen, no signs of Ursula. Okay. So that one requires power. It looks like these ones are blocked. Rely heavily on others to find Ursula. Chaos' maze. Rely mostly on your own skills to look for Ursula. I did a combination of the two. So this was Truth Opened the Path into Chaos' maze for you. No one speaks. Nora and Laszlo have barely touched the food they settle out for breakfast. It's been out so long, it's cold and unappetizing now. Ursula hasn't come out of her room. Several minutes pass in silence, except for the listless clink of silverware on ceramic and occasional vibration of Nora's phone. After a long sip of water, she clears her throat.
I feel so stupid.
So do I. But what else could we have done?
To be honest, Polly, it just reminds me of your mum going away when you were a kid. And even before that.
When you were young, your mum always disappeared for a reason, and she'd always be back. With help, or money, or something useful.
It's because she was doing what we're doing.
I didn't bother to look for her back in the day. Knew she'd be back when she was ready. But this time, felt different. Made me nervous.
That was more than I expected Laszlo to say in front of Nora, despite her distress. She listens without interrupting. The silence makes Laszlo
Let's just try to eat.
We were right to worry, but now it's clear Ursula was on some kind of secret mission when we interrupted. Things are strange. Things are stranger and more complex than we realized. None of us have dared knock on her door to ask exactly what happened. Even now, no one has tried. We don't even know if she's here or if she's stuck back at MKHQ. Snuck back into MK. Snuck back into it, okay. She might have something important to say. Stay with Laszlo. Okay, so if I look at this, this will unlock this branch here. And if I do this, it will unlock a branch over here. I feel like we need to check in with Nora. We'll go down this branch before going through here, because this just ends. But it's not the end of a chapter, so that means that I could go through all of this and then come back and go through all of this. Find Nora at the bottom of the empty pool right after breakfast. She's scrolling through her phone and doesn't want to seem to be disturbed. Yeah, have you guys realized that? Their kitchen is in a pool. Ursa still hasn't come out of her room.
We can't avoid her forever.
Also, Ursa's room is a locker. Hey! Yeah, so the whole point of this game, McButtons, is that, Polly here is able to see the future, and she can guide it in a way to the nodes that she wants. So, Bliss has told us to treat it like a game, which is how we treat it. But, basically that map tells you where to go, or what can possibly happen in all the different possibilities, but not everything. Some of it is still hidden away and you can't see it. So the ones with the eyes that are closed, that means that you can't see. So you don't know what's going to happen there. Sometimes you get keys, sometimes you get timers, and you have to do all these different events in order to unlock things. So like, this was made by the people who made Life is Strange and a bunch of their other games. I've gotten a couple of their games. And this is their newest game. And yeah, so basically what that map does is, it's the future and you get to kind of guide yourself through it and guide others through it. And then there's the aspirations, which so far are glory, chaos, bliss, power, bond, and truth. I'm really liking bliss, bond, and truth so far. I'm okay with chaos, but like I'm not a huge fan of them. Power, I do not like. I haven't met glory yet, but I wanted to try and keep somewhat of a balance, and so far I'm keeping the balance between bond and truth. I'm wanting more bliss, but I think because I avoided some of her stuff when bond became available, it's going to be a lot harder to do her things. But yeah, so we're going through all of this, like see what happens and what goes where. That last chapter did not have a lot in the ways of bliss, but it is like bliss would not have been helpful in those situations.
You go. I'm not sure how I'd react to her right now.
That's fair.
I sit down next to her and I try to stretch my legs. Every fiber of my body feels tense.
I don't want to say anything I'll regret. I have all these questions, but I don't know if I really want the answers.
Her earring keeps changing. Like, it was on this side and now it's on this side.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
We're living in constant uncomfortable uncertainty. It's taking its toll on everyone.
I'm going to try and talk to her.
Good luck.
Okay, so that unlocked this, but this is still locked. Unlocked by locked by a hidden node. It's locked by that one? But this one unlocked that, so I guess that means that, but that unlocks this. So it's like I need them to unlock each other. So there's two realms here. The human realm, which is known as Brittle, which is where Polly grew up and was raised, and then there's Revere, and in Revere we're known as Harmony. I head to Ursa's door and knock a few times, no answer.
What is it, Polyhymnia?
What the fuck? That's our name. She knows how much I hate that name, and she always uses it. Get without replying, and at least she opens the door sharing swearing. Her eyes catch the necklace around my neck. She makes a point of showing she knows it. She knows how much. She knows. Okay, hang on. because yesterday I streamed twice, but I wasn't using my mic, so I made the game audio higher. So, is that better? I'm also not very loud. She knows I know much more than I've let on. Okay, cool. I thought she might be shy away from it. Instead, she suggests we have a chat.
I'm sure you have so many questions. So many old wounds you'd like to reopen.
No shit.
I will tell the truth. My truth. Although, there are certain things I'd like to keep to myself.
For example, chaos?
Ah, so they told you. Not exactly surprising, but inconvenient. My love for chaos is indeed a forbidden topic. It's too fresh, too strong to put into words.
Go, you had brown hair. Just saying, brown hair. When that started. This is not too fresh.
You may be Reveries' new oracle, but you're still my daughter.
Oh, it's because she can't go there anymore. Feels so strange hearing that title in my mother's voice.
I suppose they told you about Gloria's little dalliance with Mono Concern, too.
How did you...
No? Well, that started before I was cast out. Back then it was a minor issue, but now it is everything.
But no, I can't get distracted. I dropped my entire life on the mainland. My studies, my work, my friends. All to come looking for her, and now I've found her. My presence is barely registered. She hardly seems to care at all. This is why I've left in the first place. I don't like lights. Yeah. It's okay. Okay, so everything else is locked. I hate that some of these things are locked, and the only way to unlock them is by getting to the end of these. Okay. I tell Ursula about Nora's reaction for a while. She doesn't speak.
Nora and I have a lot in common. Much more than I thought. She'll understand.
I can't help but be a bit jealous. I'm not sure my mother would ever say the same about me.
She'll surprise you too.
I don't understand what this is supposed to mean, but Ursula won't say anything more.
I'm sorry to have scared all of you. Call it abandonment if you must, but I did not intend to come back. Do you really think I went to MKHQ on a whim?
No. Absolutely not. Not with everything that we went through. So what's the difference? These are inevitable, but they're locked, so that means that I have to... Oh. Okay, interesting. So that means that in order to unlock this, I have to go through that. And in order to unlock this, I have to go through that. So no matter what, I have to go through both paths. We can get bliss. Yes. Okay, but that's inevitable. God damn it. This node is inevitable. It must be played to unlock others. But I want bliss. I hate that these are inevitable. Her expression is firm and
I left to stop them. I wanted to use their technology to return to Reverie for good. And to break the connection they fostered with Glory.
Did you find any leads?
She scowls, not necessarily at me, but just at the world in general, the usual.
I did not have enough time. I need not remind you of the interruption. But I'm quite certain of MK's involvement. Their courtship of Reverie must end. The partnership with Glory has already given too much power to Mono Concern.
God damn it. I want to play that one. It's because of what I did in the previous chapters.
They managed to reach out to Glory, thanks to a substance and some people. Part of Atena's population has always been able to see the future. It was a gift from the aspirations to our island. This ability is enhanced by a substance called egregor.
She nods at a flash of recognition that crosses my face.
MK found out. They modified Egregor to make it even more potent. And they started conducting tests on people to see if they would respond to it.
God damn it.
These subjects, the Prescients, became vessels. They could speak Glory's words to MK. This has been going on for a few years. And as a result, MK's power has grown. How do you stop a company that receives help from a god?
Right.
You can't.
I understand her cynicism after what she experienced, but I don't think the aspirations are gods. I don't either. I can now go this way. I want bliss. I want to add some bliss. Ursula knew about the Prescients and the Egregor.
I knew that MK had begun to communicate with Glory, but it would be some time before I understood how. Atena's Prescients are usually unable to communicate directly with aspirations. They can only do so because of MK's modified Egregor. And, for quite a while, I had no idea such a substance existed.
It's news to me, too.
This new Egregor, what does modified mean here?
So far, I'd have to say I am, to answer your question, which thank you for joining the chat, my favorites are Bliss, Bond, and Truth so far. That's kind of where I'm leaning towards and who I'm really liking. I've not been, like, I really don't like Power. I really don't. Chaos, I'm, like, neutral for. But Bliss is a lot of fun. Bond just feels nice, and Truth is just really cool.
In all honesty, I still don't know. It's more potent, that's for sure. Concentrated.
This is my first time playing the game.
It appears to have had an effect on Glory. She was never one for solitude, but now she's locked herself away in that pyramid of hers.
Oh, there she is.
Or
She does look cool.
something's trapped her there.
It is very trickster. I am liking it.
When I met Jade, she mentioned medical tests, MK and Egregor, and I could guess what they'd been up to. But that's the extent of my knowledge. I have been trying to return to Reverie for the past 20 years.
20 years?
I knew that it was in danger, that it needed me, and now that I could communicate with it again. I cooperated with MK, hoping to find a way to return to Reverie and to free Glory from their grasp. I know how it sounds. I can hear myself, and I'm not proud.
She pauses for a moment, her hands bringing themselves around one another.
After several weeks, I realized how wrong I was. The Prescients, the modified Egregor, was doing something to them. So I decided to escape to Reverie. From there, I thought I could...
She intended to stay there with Chaos, leaving us all behind. Live a magical life of eternal love with her beloved aspiration. She doesn't finish her sentence. Instead, she simply waves a hand through the air in my general direction.
I was so close to success when you interrupted.
There's a note in her voice that rings of pain and sorrow and missed opportunities. She's wounded, and I won't attack now. I won't attack. Ever. I don't blame her. So I can do this, and I can also do this, which is great. And then there's this. I'll be right back. I need some water. This game is really cool though. I'm enjoying it. Alright, we're back. I got me some water. This will make it a little bit easier. Okay, so we're gonna play this one, and then we'll play that one. Tell Ursula about the brochures Nora received, and about how she discussed overtures from MK with me, and then with Jade, who warned her off in no uncertain terms. Ursula remained silent for a while.
Do not underestimate the amount of data MK has on the residents of Athena. It would follow that they use this data to select targets and appeal to them accordingly.
I hope they'll leave her alone.
Make sure I do agree. This game is really good. Really well done. You can tell it was done by people who knew what they were doing, and I love this indie company. This indie company is great. I've played a little bit of Life is Strange. I have a couple of their other games, and they're fun. I like doing visual novels. I won't say it out loud. I'm afraid that she'd be mad if I reveal what might be a risky secret. Ursula doesn't say anything more. The silence between us stretches on. She seems to be expecting something from me. I tell Ursula about my first impression of Jade.
After hearing Nora gush about her so much, I expected her to be different, I guess. She's so tired.
You don't understand. She's taken on an enormous task. It's exhausting to fight such injustice, especially for one so young. Every time we met, she looked more and more fatigued. Her mental health was suffering. Some of her friends enrolled in a medical program meant to provide assistance to lower-income residents. MK targeting the vulnerable, in other words. They came back badly hurt. And it raised questions Jade could not ignore.
I'm not surprised.
Jade has more than one reason to be depressed.
Nora's very fond of her.
I'm not surprised. It's good that the two of them have been able to connect.
I'm loving this. This is great. This one's inevitable. I've pushed too much. Ursula's clearly getting tired of all my questions. She won't meet my eyes, and she keeps flexing her hands and fingers almost as though her joints hurt. Without another word, she stands up and starts pacing around the pool, hands clasped behind her back. Usually she gets very still when she's deep in thought. It's rare for her to have to walk it off. I wonder what she's trying to process. There's a lot. There's a lot. I try to keep my cool and wait for her to come back. So on my own, I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3 as well. And I actually was thinking about possibly streaming it, but it depends on what's going on with the strike. I don't think Larian will be affected, so we could potentially stream it, but I'm not sure what exactly will be happening going forwards. Okay, so this will unlock two things. It's a key. Ursula sits down next to me and lets out a sigh.
I will apologize to all of you. I'm sorry, Polyhymnia. Yes, I was being selfish, and the plan was absurd, but it almost worked. And if it had, this whole island would be rid of MK by now. You would all have been better off. For me, it was a one-way ticket to reverie. But what is one life when you're acting for the benefit of thousands?
I never thought of it like that before. I would have lost my mother for good if her plan had succeeded. We look at each other for a moment. Not in opposition or agreement. We simply observe one another. It's almost surreal.
Now, we have other matters to discuss.
We also are aware that she never wanted us. Okay, so that unlocked all of that. It also unlocked this. But we need to go down this path in order to unlock this, because we can't do the main story without it. Being angry isn't important now. I just want to understand, so I tell her so. Silence follows, as always. I have no idea what it means. I have no idea if it means she's relieved or disapproving. She always thought I was too soft, too gullible, not assertive enough. I think she always wanted me to do better than her. I feel like for Ursula, chaos and power were sort of like the top ones for her. Like they were who she bonded with. Whereas I feel like for Polly, it is those three that I am drifting towards. It feels very in her nature, very her character. It's also very me, I guess. I like those characters. Those characters feel right. The way that they want to go about things feels like the right thing to do. For me personally. For some people, it might have been chaos. It might have been something else. Obviously, I want to do more than one playthrough. Any other playthrough might just be on the YouTube channel. And those other playthroughs will probably go down the other paths that we have not done yet. See what it's like going the other way. She looks at the necklace again.
You're probably the only one who can understand exactly what happened. Who I can tell the whole truth.
Oh wow, she's gonna tell us everything. Her journey into Revere. So that was Nora's side of things is all about what's happening in Brittle, and Laszlo's side of things is all about Revere. Strangely enough, Revere is one of the few things we have in
Does your disappearance have anything to do with Reverie?
Reverie, sorry. Ursula smiles at the mention of it.
Of course. I had a great deal of unfinished business there. And I loved being the Oracle. I loved it as much as I loved being a poet. I'm glad someone can understand now.
I've never seen her so nostalgic. Yeah, it's inevitable. We gotta do it. We already know that she doesn't want us. I mentioned the poem I found, the one about how I got in the way of her life in Revere.
You loved being the Oracle, but you didn't love being a mother, did you? Was I ever more than an inconvenience to you?
Ursula's eyes widen.
You weren't supposed to find that. That was just a broad version of the truth. Having children isn't easy. When I got pregnant with you, things were very different. At the time, I didn't think I'd be on my own.
You thought Marco would stay and take care of me?
Marco?
She sounds surprised. She wasn't expecting me to mention my father. Why is that? I press on, but she stays silent. Her cold voice cuts through the barrage of my questions.
I did not like being a mother, Polyhymnia. We've both known that deep down the whole time, haven't we? It has nothing to do with you. If anything, I was the one who wasn't up to the task. I did not like being a mother, but I would have liked to have been a mother to you. I'm aware that I failed.
That never ending. Okay, what kind of oracle was she? Why did it all end? Does she have any regrets? So I could get another bond crystal, or I could get a power crystal, which will open up this. Bond will open up that. But there's bond, truth. Oh, bliss is over here. Okay, we're gonna try and get some bliss. By the way, what's your, like, for my viewers, people in my chat, what are your favorite aspirations so far? If you've played the game before or have been watching along, who are you liking so far? Ursula takes a moment to reflect. Her thoughts seem to be miles away.
Regrets were for other people. I moved by instinct.
Her voice feels tired for a moment. Instinct. The world feels like it's been heavy to carry around. The words that come after are equally as worn. She finds excuses for chaos, what they did. But I can tell she's moved by the idea of what the world could have been without their love affair. I'm not sure I've seen her this vulnerable, so...
Things never end well for humans playing God, and they did not end well for me. Chaos deserved better. They deserved a chance to become the heart, and I let my emotions cloud my judgment.
She drops her eyes to the floor for a moment. But then, she's back in the room, staring at me with those piercing eyes.
We did everything we could to be together.
Ooh, I can still play these ones if I want. Oh, because I have to play 2. That will unlock this. Her relationship with Chaos. How does she feel now? And what's wrong with Glory? So this will open up this, and this will open up this. No matter what, we're not opening up that. Pity for the selfish. That's using bliss here. At the same time, kind of wanted that as well. Okay. Let's... Both of these give me a chaos crystal. No matter how you look at it, I get a chaos crystal out of it. You know what? Let's find out what kind of oracle she was. Her gaze lingers on the necklace.
I found the pendant while I was researching the Oxyons. I think someone, the previous oracle, intended for me to find it. Reverie had only been without an oracle for a short time.
When was this?
Oh, years ago, before you were born. Glory was the heart then. I knew I had to replace her, but I harbored no misgivings about her at the time.
So what happened?
My opinion changed because of how she dealt with Monoconcern. And Reverie itself changed my perception of the world. I wanted Chaos to be the new heart. No oracle had ever chosen them, not one. They were all too cautious.
Unlike you?
Indeed. Chaos has the power to change the very fabric of our world. Radically.
I want there to be a balance. I don't want any one of them to be the main one. I didn't expect my mother to have such a strong bond with Chaos of all the others.
Chaos isn't the wild child they appear to be. It's all just a facade.
How did you end up together?
That's none of your business. Let's just say we both managed to come out of our shells. I'm aware we didn't deal with things in the best way, but we have no regrets. We did everything we could to be together. And it wasn't merely about love, it was about them guiding humanity into its future. I still think they're the most capable replacement for Glory.
I don't know. It's kind of weird. So you can't go back and do that. So I have no choice but to do this, which then locks out everything else. Ursula tells me that when she was the Oracle, she eventually spent more time in reverie than in Brittle. She believed that helping the aspirations cooperate, encouraging them to act on humanity, was the best way forward.
For a while, I intended to return to Reverie to make amends, to ask them to forgive me. When I was cast out, I felt like I had lost everything, and that never quite faded away. But right now, Reverie needs to be saved. MK has tightened its hold on Reverie. I'm worried about Glory. And yes, I did want to be reunited with Chaos. That, I acknowledge, may sound silly to you, but it isn't to me. I'm not asking you to understand or even to respect it.
So I wonder if the reason why she's in open relationships in Brittle is because she is so dedicated to Chaos. And this was her coping mechanism when she was unable to reach him. I knew she had something for an aspiration, I just didn't know what. Okay. Ursula takes a long breath. She tells me that she's going to explain what happened in more detail.
You have questions, of course. And I expect you've received some information you hardly know how to handle. I will explain in greater detail, but I ask that you don't interrupt me for the time being.
Okay. I know this is familiar territory. We went over the don't interrupt me directive often enough when I was growing up.
Shortly before I was made to leave Reverie, MK managed to locate an access point to Reverie. At the time, I had no clue how they had done it. Glory didn't see an issue. Quite the contrary, in fact. She had brought so much progress to humanity, she thought the two worlds merging was the natural next step. So, she began to help them. Glory acted as the most potent influencing tool you can imagine. She made people want more, always more. She predicted the future and swayed their dreams.
My discussion with Chaos is starting to make more sense.
I already hated MK. They were turning Atina into some kind of grotesque amusement park. It was all about expensive products, new technologies, influence, and appearances. They raised the cost of everything, while their employees struggled to survive on minimum wage. And now, they own half of Atina. They have direct control of entertainment and advertisements, so we are under their thumb. People give them money, labor, opportunity. All MK offers in return is an illusion. Monoconcern sells them a dream at an impossible price. That they can one day reach the life they aspire to, a life filled with leisure and success. A life where they will be wanted. A life with meaning and purpose. But in reality, this success is only to be enjoyed by a few. The rest of us are condemned to inadequacy. Condemned to work and push forward, only to realize we'll never be enough. Never reach the dream dangling like a carrot on a stick, because it does not exist.
Talk about inadequacy. This speech is the most my mother has deigned to speak to me in years.
And now MK cannot be stopped. I know they corrupted Glory. And while Glory is in power, people cannot outgrow that dream. Aspirations send dreams to people. They inspire goals. People won't stop yearning for more while Glory reigns. And now, she is little more than MK's puppet.
I feel like the best way to go is to have a balance. If there is a balance, then people can... I feel like a balance is always important. If there is a balance, then things can run more smoothly, because then it's not just one overshadowing everyone else. It's you're getting the bonds, you're getting the empathy, you're getting the truth, you're getting the chaos of things, and you're getting the glory and the power. Like, you have power in your own life. You're able to make you're able to reach your goals, which would be glory on your own. You'd have your community, you'd have empathy, and you would have truth. You'd be able to speak the truth, you'd be able to know your truth. It's a matter of you having that balance. So I think that if all the aspirations can work together and have a balance, that would be good. So I think Ursula was on the right path with that. Okay, this one's also inevitable. The beast with two heads. Tell Ursula about the situation in Reverie.
The other aspirations are worried about Glory. They can't reach her at all.
They're right to worry. I don't know what MK's modified egregor is doing to her, but she's likely not in good shape. No matter what you'll do next, Polyhymnia, I must warn you.
Stop saying that.
I aim to continue with my plan. I want Glory deposed, and I want MK out of Reverie.
For the first time since the beginning of this conversation, I can hear the aspirations whispering in the back of my mind. Alrighty. Haha. So we gotta listen to a bunch of these anyways. And we're actually able to listen to to them anyways. This one requires 3, but we do not have 2 chaos crystals. We don't even have 1 because I didn't go chaos's route. So that means we either listen to 2 here or 2 here. We could probably get away with listening to 3 if I did 1 here, and then did one of these extra ones. But I think I want to go to her. Forgive Ursula. which will gain a power crystal, lose a bond. This one is lose truth, gain a bliss, admit her plan was good. Show her her flaws, lose a bliss, gain a truth. Or show she can rely on you, power, lose a power, gain a bond. And of course there's this here in the middle that I am not going to be able to access because I do not have this, which is how was Reverie before. And it leads to the end of the conversation. So let's start with Bond, I think. This one's truth, but yeah, let's start with Bond. Then we'll jump over to the other side. Oh, this is us talking to them. Okay, so this is the ones that I want to talk to. Bond studies us both with keen attention to detail.
You may think your mother is selfish, Harmony, but her intentions are noble. She wants the best for all of our futures. I don't think I've ever met an oracle so keen on helping Reverie and Brittle. Your mother wanted us all to work together for the greater good, but her long-term vision required short-term sacrifices.
Yeah. I relay Bond's message and Ursula is visibly moved.
Bond was always very dear to my heart. I am glad to hear even an echo of his voice again.
Okay, so that was Bond. Let's listen to Bliss. Our goal is to get more Bliss, though. So we will be going to Bliss. I will not be going to Chaos, though, unfortunately. Bliss tucks her gamepad into one of her voluptuous, I can't say that, pockets. Her voluminous. I can't say that word. I'm trying. One of her big pockets, and cocks her head to her head to one side, thinking.
I understand. I'd have been gutted to be cut out of Reverie. I mean, it's much more fun here, and Ursula loved us, but she didn't think about us. We starved without an oracle to bring us a Gregor. And no Gregor means we're half the aspirations we used to be, Sprout. It sucks, though. I feel sorry for her.
I really like Bliss. Ursula isn't surprised to hear
Do you
this.
think I have no self-awareness? I know I was selfish, but I felt like I had lost everything. I didn't think I'd refuse to let go of my ties to Reverie, but I did.
Okay, so now we will be talking to Truth because I want to gain Blissy. Because Bliss needs hers upped. I need to increase hers because Chaos is at 12, she's at 2. Bond and Truth are both in the 20s, so I want to increase Bliss. Despite their usual icy aloofness, Truth seems vulnerable. Their stare is piercing us, so they're trying to compensate for what they can't see.
Be careful with her, Harmony. Your mother is a human playing God. She and Chaos threaten the very balance of Reverie. And now look at us. Uneven. Discordant. I forgive Chaos for imprisoning me. It is their nature. But to see how little our former oracle has changed, it saddens me.
That's why they wanted us to find her. Ursula isn't surprised by Truth's reaction. She smiles a little. I don't tell her that Truth sounds a bit intimidated.
Truth is certainly hoping you don't turn out to be a copy of your mother.
So yeah, in the chat, just let me know what aspirations you like so far. I don't think we need to worry about that. Okay, so I did unlock these, but we can technically do this too. So, let's listen. The only one we can't talk to is Chaos. Oh, I haven't been here yet. Power radiates a strong sense of stony hortiture.
Your mother thought she was stronger than all of us.
I don't like you.
She could have looked for a new oracle to help us. Instead, she refused to accept her fate, and she sought her own solution to our problem.
You two are very similar.
Very presumptuous of her.
Ursula asks me what I'm hearing. When I repeat it to her, she laughs.
Easy to say for someone who banished me from Reverie on the basis of some obscure celestial inhibition. There was nothing actually preventing me from being with Chaos. The aspirations just didn't think a human was good enough.
The only one I can't talk to is Chaos. He's the only one we can't talk to. That being said, we're going up here. Which will block out this, but not block out these. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Okay. Ursula was selfish, but she was trying to achieve something to shake things up. I guess we should at least give her that.
I know we were upset, but we do know you were trying to achieve an important goal. I've just felt all over the place ever since I discovered Reverie. Your disappearance, MK, the way Atina's changed. It's a lot to take in.
She seems to understand. I'm surprised. Yeah, look at this pool. This pool is where they have their kitchen. This used to be a community house and they turned it into bedrooms. Ursula's room is a locker room. A locker room. I'm surprised they didn't renovate any of it. She seems to understand. I'm surprised. She's looking at me differently now. Not the look she normally gives me, but like I'm her. Like I'm her daughter. Wow. Come far.
You're being honest with yourself. And with me. I'm glad.
I just hope she'll do the same. Okay, that's done. I unfortunately cannot do that because it's locked behind Chaos. But I can go over here. So she can rely on you. Show her her flaws. Sucks that she trusted someone else more than you. You need to know how to position yourself compared to her. Let's go this way. Oh, I have an inevitable. Never mind, we can't do these. It's inevitable. Whatever vulnerabilities I've managed to expose seem to disappear as I slowly regains her usual level of strict
At least my time at MK HQ gave me an idea of what to do next. I'm not ready to share it yet. We'll discuss it tomorrow. After what you did, I'm certain MK knows we're onto them. Get ready, Polyhymnia. You probably won't need to keep your secrets much longer. We're going to need all the help we can muster.
Okay. So we have this one. Ursula takes my hand. Ursula smiles defiantly. In Chaos, you missed all the important things. You should have chosen my way. Sorry! But it's gonna give me 10 to bliss. Suddenly Ursula looks wary. The conversation seems to have exhausted her. She slips her hand into mine, squeezing hard. So, they're connecting.
I'm sorry.
She's finally realized just how shitty of a mom she is. I feel like she's allowing herself to let her go
I suppose the Orgrill told you how to give me the courage to be vulnerable. I could hold it against you. It's rather manipulative. But I've never really opened up to you, have I?
Yeah, I did do that.
I'm glad you're still trying to understand me, even though I don't deserve it.
Alrighty. Wow, we're getting a lot of things from it. Look, now you don't deserve to know what it is. Perfectly balanced. New horizons. I'll have to work towards the chaos side of things later. We'll do chaos at another date. Ursula stands up.
You've set foot on a cosmic path, but you've only just begun. And now you know you have an enemy to face to preserve Reverie and Brittle. How you accomplish this is up to you alone. I have my own ideas about how to proceed. I'd like us to work together. But again, that's up to you.
She walks me to the door and I'm not sure what to think. Alright, chapter end. I'm looking forward to getting to play this again. Like, we're only on Act 3, Chapter 2. I don't know how many acts there are. Because we can't see all the acts. We can only see the chapter that we're currently in. So I'm looking forward to going back and exploring and seeing everything else. Because, like, look. Chapter 3, Ursula smiles defiantly. And then Ursula tells me more. Which means there are other paths to go. And it's the same in Chapter 1, is there was other paths we could go. So I think it's interesting. I think it'll be interesting to see. Wait a minute. I thought I saw something off to the side there. Okay. Let's go. There's a buzz at my side. I pull myself out of bed, take a quick look at the time, 4 a.m. I grab my phone. Yana, I need to see you. Now. My heart skips a beat. I text them back. The beach, 20 minutes. Please be on my side. I would like more allies. Outside outside the air is slightly chilly. Apart from the waves crashing onto the sand, the island is quiet.
Listen, I don't have long.
Good morning to you too.
What happened at the ruins? It's causing a stir. A big one.
MK's going to strike back? If so, we're ready.
My character is so dark. Sorry, I'm just gonna angle my screen a little bit. Yana's so bright, but our character is so dark right now. I don't understand.
No, Polly, you don't understand. They're out for blood. For real.
Do they know about our connection?
I don't think so. I managed to delete our last conversation, and they don't have any reason to suspect me.
They come closer. I wish I could reach out and touch them.
MK wasn't always like this. They're a huge corp, but they had systems in place to protect civilians.
Uh-huh.
What's changed then? Because look around. Look at what's happening. People have good reason to hate them.
A few years ago, they started pouring a ton of money and energy into the Oxian ruins. Like they were steering the ship in a new direction. And MK's a big ship. You can't turn it around in one night.
I realize I've never seen Yana this uncertain, but they're maintaining their composure, even if their job may be in jeopardy in the future.
They call it Project Loom.
Somewhere out there, marketing interns just caught in their wings.
Okay, not the reaction I was expecting. Did you know about this?
I might have had an inkling. Don't ask. Seriously.
It's complicated.
Well, whatever you did down there in the temple, it's messed with their plans.
They grabbed my
I
hand.
needed to warn you now because I can't be seen here. I can't see you. Not for now. I need to lie low for a while, but I'll try to do as much as I can to help you all from where I am.
Yeah, we gotta help. We have an ally on the inside. Yeah.
Thank you, Yana. It means a lot.
Although if she's using an MK phone, we're gonna have issues. They flash me a smile and immediately turn and walk away. I stand there alone for a solid minute. Project Loom, Yana, whatever happened to Ursula? I need advice. We're gonna go see the aspirations. Reverie. All the aspirations are here gathered around the heart. Glances, smiles, awkward looks, and the tension is
My
there.
mother was right. Glory and MK are working together.
Mama ripples around the room.
I don't have all the details, but it can't be a coincidence. Whatever's happening to my island is because of Glory.
Has anyone got a camel handy? I just found this lovely straw.
She must be found and listened to before we do anything that cannot be undone. We have no idea what is happening in her sanctuary.
She may be a prisoner, or she could be manipulating people from beyond Reverie.
Sounds like someone needs to break into that little sanctuary of hers.
Don't be stupid. That's impossible.
I raise my arms, requesting silence. It's time for me to make a decision and choose a path. Ooh, okay. Listen to Chaos. They seem to have a good idea of what's going on. What other way do they offer? Oh boy. I know we're gonna go and explore the other ones in another way. I don't know what to choose. This is huge. Because this is really gonna define the game going forward. It's like everything, they mentioned it before in Act 1, of everything that you choose will affect everything else. And I love playing games like these, because I love having the choices. But at the same time, like, it's like, you know when it's a big decision. Like, I need to choose right now. But I feel like Chaos doesn't get his voice heard, so... Let's listen. I have a feeling that all the other aspirations, Chaos is the only one I can turn to.
Chaos? What are you thinking? Why can't we get into Glory Sanctuary?
I have a feeling the others don't appreciate the priority I'm giving Chaos. I understand that, you guys, but I've been giving you guys all the priority and none to him, so... Them. It's a them. Just like Yana is a them. I gotta remember that they actually do pronouns in this game. They just don't introduce with the pronouns.
We aspirations have one golden rule. One. Each sanctuary is protected, private, a special place that no other can enter uninvited.
Sorry, I just discovered my arm, like the arms to my chair can move. Like, this is really stupid, I know, but let's see. This is my armchair. Let's see. Do I got it at a good angle? There we go. So see, I can move it. It can like turn all the way around. I was trying to figure out why one was shorter than the other. It looks like my son might have gone and played with my armchairs because they were two different sizes and it was bugging me.
You may have noticed, but we're all unique. Some more than others. But each aspiration's sanctuary is their fortress.
I love that Bonds is it's basically a swamp. I love it. It looks gorgeous.
So, how do we get into Glories?
We can't. But you can. As the Oracle, you have access to all our homes, whether we like it or not.
Why didn't anybody else think of that? Why were the other aspirations going, we can't break it? Chaos is going, hey, wait a minute. Are you forgetting, like, a basic important thing? You have access.
There's a catch.
A catch?
Whatever those awful boars over at MK have done, it's sealed off Glory's sanctuary in a way that we've never seen. Sealed it off even from the Oracle.
So, what? That's it? Game over?
No, I can force my way through.
Oh, no, not at all. By injecting a huge amount of raw energy into the... let's call it the barrier that's surrounding Glory, you could break into her sanctuary.
The energy required, that amount of egregor, it could wound her severely. Kill her, perhaps.
Oh my god. I didn't notice this before, but But Truth still has some scars from her shattering.
This is madness. We exist because we work together. You know what happens when the balance is compromised. You've seen it before.
Indeed. Hard to forget who you became for a while, Power.
Whatever the history is between these two, it's getting in the way of solving our
Enough! We need to find a way to help Glory without destroying her sanctuary.
I like the little things
her.
that pop up behind us. It's really cool. Silence falls after a few moments. Bond
I
speaks
believe
up.
Chaos is right.
Bliss and Power can't hide their surprise. Only Truth seems to know where this is going.
We exist together. We are concepts, ideas, humanity's collective pasts, presents, and futures. Balance is not a purpose. It is a state. We lost it. We can find it again.
I just realized they're echoing. They didn't echo before.
See? See? Even the tree hugger thinks I'm right.
Tree hugger?
Please, please. I need a minute to think, to digest everything you've said, to find a way to follow this plan.
It's barely a plan at all.
Like you're one to talk, Power. I touched the
Don't
necklace.
do anything while I'm away.
I'm back at the Naiads. The sun's up now. The city's starting to awaken. There is so much to do, so much to think about. The aspirations may not be united, I know, but I know they can support me. Because I can't do this alone. Okay. That being said, I am still working very hard to make sure everybody is balanced. But let's take a look at the heart. What? You were supposed to get like 10 crystals. Why didn't you get the 10 crystals? Is it because I didn't finish the act? No, I did finish the act. That was the end of the act. So why didn't she get any of those crystals? I'm confused. Act overview. Oh no, I'm still in the act. So it's them. I've been gathering crystals for them. So here is focused around Bond and Truth. Here's focused around Bliss and Bond. Bond's gonna end up with like the highest amount of shit. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. No matter what, that was gonna be chaos. I step inside. The day is off to as normal a start as possible. Laszlo's brewing coffee and chatting with Jade. Nora's complaining about the early alarm call. Omar and Ursula are going over the notebook, rebinding its pages. I wave to my mother, beckoning her over. She stands and walks away from Omar. Nobody seems to
Is
notice.
everything all right? You seem...
Yana came by. They say MK's out for blood. Their words.
And strong words they are.
She seems to be thinking hard. Our decision changed a lot of things. There's still distance between us, but also a new kind of relationship.
I think perhaps it's time. No more secrets. No more hiding. Are you comfortable sharing everything? Here. Now.
Comfortable. What a strange concept. The world might be coming to an end. The world might be coming to an end if we're discussing comfort. But I nod. She claps her hands and calls everyone.
We have something we need to discuss today.
She's not lying. The next half hour is divulge of new information for Jade, Nora, Laszlo, and Omar. The four of them stay silent, learning about the aspirations, sanctuaries, hearts, and cycles. About another world. About what's coming for us.
I know that's a lot to take in. And I'm sorry I hid it all from some of you.
Looking at you, Nora, she's probably the only person in the room who didn't see this coming.
There's an emergency. One of the aspirations, Glory, is trapped. We need to save her. We don't have all the facts, but we think MK's been using her powers to look into the future. All possible futures. And to grow strong. Rich. They had all the power in the world. And they chose greed. Suffering. We need to move on them. The company and the aspiration are linked, one way or another.
By the way, like back when we first met Yana and we saw that picture of Polly with Yana, loved her long hair. I wish she still had it.
With enough energy,
But I
enough
understand why it's cut
egregor,
short.
we can blast our way into Glory's sanctuary, for want of a better term. I will admit the prescience may be affected by this release of energy.
Oh, crap.
Needless to say, it will be a very delicate operation, and it will require organization.
Maybe we should have gone the other way. For a moment, no one says anything. Then Jade stands slowly, her hands trembling. She starts to speak.
Whatever's going on in your head, whatever happened in the ruins, I don't believe a word of this. Let's imagine the last hour wasn't everyone losing their collective mind. Let's say you're right, and everything you've told us is true. What exactly are we going to do?
Takes Ursula a second to find the right
From
words.
what I've gathered, the prescients collect and attract a certain type of energy. We want to change where the energy is directed. It might be difficult, since they've been trained to do it a certain way, again and again.
What do you mean, difficult? Will it hurt them?
Potentially.
So, you can't make an omelette without breaking a few eggs, huh? Sacrifice the few for the many, blah, blah, blah.
Her cold anger is slowly transforming into something else.
No, we're going to act. All of us, together.
We need everybody's help.
Jade takes a few steps, then heaves a loud
My
sigh.
investigation is ready to go live. If we push it out today, we could change the way this island sees MK.
That would undoubtedly make a difference. But will it be enough? It's still playing by their rules. I've done that many, many times. It's time for something different. Something riskier, and...
She
I'm
stops.
sorry. My intention wasn't to make you uncomfortable. I
need a minute.
She steps out, everybody watching. I avoid my mother's eyes. That was tough. I'm glad my mother was able to see how she sounded. But something's bothering me. I still don't know where I'm going with all this, and it feels wrong. Okay. So that's actually on timer. 2 turns. So that means 1, 2, and then we'd go here. Or we'd end up here, which is everybody has a say, a time to talk, and 1 to act. Please listen to everyone or they'll be hurt, and I hate you and never buy you pizza anymore. Okay. Everyone has a say. Okay. So let's start with this. Also, it looks like that other way, like it requires us to do 4 of them, and I'm not going to do all 4. I give everyone a quick smile and suggest we take a break. Nora disappears into her room without giving me so much as a backward glance. Laszlo and Omar stay where they are. I guess they're buddies now? I turn to my
How are you feeling?
I've been grappling with this knowledge my entire life, you know. And today, for the first time, it felt good to have someone on my side. Not just knowing, but acting.
Yeah, because we're also experiencing it. That's probably the nicest thing she'll ever say to me.
But I regret the way I spoke to Jade. She's done so much for this community, and I respect her work. It's just that...
She breaks off abruptly.
I don't want to influence you. I don't want to influence anybody.
I'll have a chat with them. Don't wander off, okay?
She smiles as I step away from her. Okay. So Omar, Laszlo, Nora, Jade. I'd have to do all 4 in order to unlock this, where everybody has a say. Or I could do this. And I'm kind of tempted to do this to increase bliss. Why would you hurt people? She sure doesn't want to. He's trying to be unbiased as he can be. He knows a lot about history. He knows what's likely to happen. She wants to fight a fair fight. I understand that. All I have to do is 3 of these, not 4. Okay, I thought I needed to do 4. I only need to do 3. I was considering doing 3 of them. I really do want to do this, so I don't want to accidentally unlock that and like force my hand. So I think we'll go talk to Jade. Then we'll talk to Nora, I think. Either Nora or Omar. A shed. Jade's all by herself outside. I give her a wave before I head over to join her.
It's a lot. Yeah?
I don't know, Polly. Reverie, aspirations, a guy called Bond. Yes, it's a lot. Not as much as your mother's unhinged plan, though.
She's not furious. She's
Cold. Frozen, even. She's drained from all this, and now she has seen the crossroads ahead. I admire her loyalty to her own beliefs.
Power fades away as I get closer to Jade.
What you've done with your investigation is incredible. Seriously.
My awe is genuine. Nora talked about it so much that I went ahead and read the whole thing for myself.
But...
No but. For real.
She looks at me for a moment.
Your mother's going to hurt people. People from the community. Friends. She's using MK's own tactics against them. That goes against everything I believe in. Everything. MK's been hurting people for their own gain. They've bribed every official on this island to keep it quiet. It has to end. And it won't if we have to become them to stop them.
I see her eyes moisten just a tad. I feel power's influence at work here. I am enveloping Jade in a distinct way.
If you back your mother's plan, I'm out. I can't do it, Polly. I just can't.
Power was right. This is a line Jade won't cross.
I understand. I do. Truly. This whole ordeal has been like turning a mirror on my own convictions. I have to pick a side.
You always have to pick a side, Polly. Always. And I've picked mine.
I've technically unlocked this. Time to talk and when to act. I should listen to them and risk. Should I listen to them and risk getting confused, or cut it out now and miss useful insight? No, we don't want to do that. We want to talk. Okay, let's go see Nora. Let's do Bond. I thought maybe the other way would be smarter, but it's not. On my way to Nora's room, I spot her sitting on the diving board.
Hey. Ready to talk?
She looks up at me fearfully, like I'm an intruder in my own home.
Talk. That's what we're gonna do after all that. Talk.
This earring keeps switching sides. It's driving me nuts. I can't even imagine what she's thinking.
Her mind's blown. Well and truly blown. Can't exactly blame her, can you? If I found out there was another world beyond Brittle and Reverie, well, my mind would probably be blown too.
Out, bliss. Out, bliss. Give me a second with Nora.
Yeah. That was a proper coming-of-age scene back there. Even for me. I'm so tired, Nora. Not as much as Jade, maybe. But I am tired. I just want to crawl under a blanket and sleep forever.
But you can't.
No.
See,
I
it's
can't.
very evident that she only wears one earring. So
Because
why
the
is it when
stakes
she's
are too
on this
high for
side,
that.
It's on the other side.
And it's all true.
Every single word. Reverie, the aspirations, Holly the Oracle.
And Ursula knew? All this time?
Looks like it.
She was the previous Oracle.
So you lied to me. Both of you.
No. We couldn't just blurt it all out to anyone. It wasn't the right time.
And when would the right time have been? After Ursula killed herself? What if something happened to you at MKHQ?
Nora, I didn't think about...
Stop. Just stop.
You're right. Of course you are.
I know we've been apart for a while, but I'm still me. I wish you'd known. You could trust me.
There's a big age gap between them. She's 1998, she's 2010. There's a massive age gap. I moved to sit beside her as she scooches off the diving board and onto the lip of the pool.
I'm sorry.
She's sitting up here, but she moves down here? Or is she on this one? No matter what you do, no matter what diving board it is, how is she sitting on the lip of the pool? Unless they're talking about being at the base of the diving board.
I know. It's just...
But then...
It's a lot.
That's not the diving board. The diving board is where you dive off of. You can't sit on the lip of the pool if you're sitting on the diving board. Sorry. Swimmer.
It's a lot.
We sit in silence for a while, legs dangling. The sunlight casts shadows across the room that shift as time rolls on.
Using the prescience is a mistake. I'm with Jade on that.
I smile. When she was younger, Nora was always something of a follower. It's good to see her stand her ground.
Because she's standing up for what's right, but also because I can feel something inside me. You know that MK job I told you about? That was connected to that feeling.
Prescience?
I don't know. I don't know what that would even feel like. I'm scared, Paul.
I pull her to my side, realizing how similar we are, how incredibly different, but with our secrets shared, their weight is divided, they settle as lighter truths.
It's okay. I am too.
We sit there for a while longer, watching the shadows shift. After a while, she nudges me. She needs some alone time. That's understandable. I pull myself out of my thoughts, leaving Nora to hers. Right. So we gotta listen to one more. Laszlo. Oh, Omar. We might be able to listen. No, because that's inevitable. As soon as it unlocks, it's just gonna happen. Let's do it. We need a bond crystal anyways. Because then that way when we lose a bond crystal, it won't be as bad. Omar is busy with his notebook, writing as fast as humanly possible.
Did you get all of that?
Every single word. Amazing!
Pockets his pen and notebook, his eyes fixed on me.
It's all true, Polly. Everything the Oxyons believed in.
I've noticed.
It's like waking up and being told all of your imaginary friends are real. Her words, your stories, they're connected to so much Oxyon writing.
He takes a deep breath. I can see him curbing his own enthusiasm.
But all of that is for later. Right now, well, I guess you have a choice ahead of you. Oracle.
I don't feel much like an oracle. All I see are bits and pieces. Potential footpaths, not roads.
That's more than the rest of us. And it's going to be crucial for what's ahead.
This game easily could have done without a map. I love that they added the map in. It makes it so interesting. I like being able to kind of like pick and choose where I'm going and like have a little bit of an idea as to what is happening, but not everything.
But more importantly, how are you?
Relieved. Keeping it all from everyone was rough.
But you had to. Of course you had to. And I'm happy you thought to include me as a confidant.
Omar, I know you're new around here, but you're a part of this. And I'm happy to have you here.
Is he blushing? Omar, now. He smiles,
So?
composing himself.
I need to know where you're at. Which way you're leaning with all this.
Yes. Monoconcern. aspirations, this glory. MK is a poison, or the consequence of a poison. The unchecked capitalism that it embodies is a death knell. Exponential growth is a myth. Eventually someone will feel the strain, and it won't be the executives. They have to be stopped. They must be stopped. First it was Athena. Now they've set their sights on the world. I have every respect for Jade and her work. She's brilliant, in a way. But we can't play by their rules. We've tried, and it does not work.
So we have half of the group is saying we can't play by their rules, and then the younger half of the group is saying we can't become them. It's something that people do to struggle with even now, where it's, do we play by their rules or do we not? Where is the line? What do we do? And that's what this game is playing at, is that we need to figure out what the line is, what our line is. We already know what Jade and Nora's are. Do we play by their rules or do we not? We're gonna have to see. Also, if you guys think that I should make a certain choice, let me know in the comments, in the chat, in the comments. Well, the comments will be on YouTube, but because I will transfer all of these to YouTube, the entire playthrough will be on YouTube. I'm gonna make a playlist. The first 2 episodes I am not chatting and there is no camera because I was being respectful of other people who were in the room with me, and the TV was going and I didn't want to bog you guys down. But it's definitely going to be there.
To change the system, we need to destroy it. Ursula's plan is the most direct path to that end.
But is it the right one?
But my mother's idea is risky. People could get hurt. People could die.
We're talking about a revolution, Polly. And all revolutions have a price. Sometimes it's paid in suffering.
It still doesn't feel right. This is a side of him I've never seen. Direct, aggressive almost. I feel Bond's warmth surrounding us.
He speaks his mind. And the truth.
I like this. That Bond is going like, hey, look, my whole thing is about the bonds between people. But what he is closest to is truth. He is also about truth. Like, just as much as truth is. He is about, hey, look, he's not just speaking his mind, he's also speaking the truth. He is talking about truth. Bond is all about bonds. He's a little bit of all the aspirations, if you really think about it.
You agree with him?
We stand on the cusp of a new era. Cohesion, connection, community.
Yeah, they're all starting to get an echo. When we first met them, they didn't have echoes.
Sometimes the simplest methods are the best ones.
Bond's right, I know, but can I accept it? I wave goodbye to Elmar and retreat to the kitchen. So. Oh, you do have to listen to all 4. So we have to listen to all 4. Everybody has a say. I don't care. I don't want to just cut it short. I kind of want to let everybody speak. I want to gain those crystals, because those crystals are going to be in handy later. Laszlo is waiting for me.
Hey.
He begins me over with a jerk of his head.
Quite the family meeting.
Not your average tete-a-tete, no. How's it all sitting with you?
Also, I like how he says family meeting. Well, there's 2 members there that are not family. They're allies, friends almost. But they've basically become family at this point.
Strangely.
Plus,
I'm
we
not
have
surprised,
allies
I don't think.
inside MK.
Appeased, maybe. Your mother and I have always been very truthful with each other. She has her life, and I have mine. This explains a lot.
I was trying to figure out, like, because in the beginning I was like, I don't know who Laszlo is in terms of how their family works. And, like, Polly kept saying, our family, our family, our family. And I'm going, I'm so very confused as to how their family is set up. And it's because it's Polly and her mother, Laszlo and his granddaughter that he adopted because his, Nora's parents gave her up. So Polly and Nora are sort of like siblings. That's how they were raised. And it seems like Laszlo and Ursula have a relationship, but it's an open relationship, so they're not married, but they are together, sort of. It's weird. But it is what it is, and like I know that there are relationships that are like that, so like if that's your norm, that's your norm. To me, it's a little weird, but that's just because it's not what I'm used to. And I guess it's more of like a polyamorous. It's kind of weird because it's not polyamorous, but it's also like it's open, but you can still feel the bonds between all of them. At the same time, it feels like there's a little bit of a disconnect. The smile on his face is heavy and sad.
Still stings, though.
For the record, I'm sorry I couldn't say anything. I wanted to.
You'd be seen as crazy.
You have no idea how much I wanted to.
Oh no, it's not your fault. It's foolish, really. Just a whole side to your mother I never knew. I was watching her face while you were laying everything out. There was a joy there. A sparkle in her eyes I haven't seen since... Well... Made me a little sad, is all. That I can't be part of it. That side of her.
Oh, Laszlo.
I move in for a hug, squeeze him hard around the waist. So while Laszlo's basically been a father figure to Polly, she doesn't call him dad. She doesn't even call her dad dad. She doesn't call her mom mom. She calls them by their names. He squeezes back. When we break apart, he wipes his eye on the back of his hand.
Now comes the hard part, of course. I can't help but think Jade has the right of it. Her investigation is the push this community needs. It'll open people's eyes, get things going.
Okay, no, so 3 people out of the 5 are for Jade's side, and 2, which is Omar and Ursula, are for risking other people's lives. It's a hand of mine swallowing it up. His eyes start away from me.
But you're going to follow Ursula?
I've known your mother longer than I've known almost anyone. Every time I've seen her like this, with this much determination, she was right.
Okay, that's on me. So he's not... He's on the fence. He's on both sides. He's going, Jade is right, but so is Ursula.
Every single time. I can't say I understand everything that's going on. Dimensions, otherworldly beings, oracles. But I know MK has ground this island to dust. If Ursula says she knows how to fix that, well, I trust her. I love her.
He smiles again.
Look at me. I should be the one asking after you. All of this seems like a lot, Polly.
It is, but I'm getting the hang of it.
I also like how, like, when they're talking, they get this white around them, but I've noticed Laszlo always gets a yellow around him, and I'm not sure why.
It's all a bit mind-blowing. The whole shaping the fate of the world thing is daunting.
But I feel like these little details...
Like trying to picture winning the lottery, you know? Impossible to actually comprehend.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But these little details, I feel like they're all very important. Like, none of the aspirations had an echo originally. Now they all have echoes, so have they gotten stronger, and that's why they're echoing? Laszlo now has yellow around him. And I'm going, like, why is there a yellow line in between the yellow and the white? What exactly are all these little details meaning? I want to figure out what they are.
I'm just going to keep on doing what I'm doing. Trust in those around me and make the best choices I can.
I know you'll do us proud. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to have a chat with your mother.
Understandable.
Make the best choice I can.
I'll let him walk away. He looks more determined now.
Split between love and his own morality.
Your markings are gone. The heck? The last time we saw Truth, she still had... They still had those marks on their face that showed of their shattering, and it was glowing blue. Definitely wasn't a screen problem. It was glowing blue. It was definitely an artistic style. But now Truth doesn't have it. Truth didn't have it beforehand too, so why? Why? was it just a blip? A mistake? Or was it on purpose?
True.
Not an envious position, but he bears it well. You are lucky to have someone like him, Harmony.
Only one eye. Is the other on the back of the hand? Can I see the back of your hand?
His kind are all too rare these days.
No, you're covering it! True again. I want to see truth. Okay. Time is running out. I heard from everybody I needed to. Just as I'm about to complain about all the contrasting opinions, I hear Bond's voice behind
It looks like we agree, Harmony.
Two plans. Two completely opposing views.
Nothing good can come of this mess, Harmony. Nothing.
That was a woman's voice. Jade's not staying if it's not on her terms, and I completely understand. Nora's made a difficult decision, and I completely understand. Laszlo and Omar want to follow Ursula, and I completely understand.
I've been chosen to make decisions. One way or another, in my world or yours.
If you take a side, this gathering of friends and family can only break further.
We can't afford to stand still. MK's getting ready to move against us, and Glory is trapped, or at the very least, under their influence.
So, what will you do?
I reply instantly. There's only one option I can
I'll
see.
pick a side.
I'll have a choice but to pick. Oh! This is gonna be such an important thing. And it looks like Bliss and Truth are really important for this one. So, Chaos, you won't regret this. Ursula's right. Power, Jade is right. I don't know what to do. I don't know. Either way, it's going to Bliss, Chaos, Power, and Truth. Okay, you guys, you as the viewers, get in the chat. Which way do we go, Chaos or Power? Which one do we do? Because they're both inevitable. I just have to pick which one. So, Jade or Ursula? Get in the chat. You're at 40, 22, 12, 2. I want to get more under you. You have 0. I should really work on power. Accepting Laszlo's decision. Do anyone have an Agnes on my leave? Would that be a good thing? Tell him to stay. I'm gonna spread the word. Because Jade's investigation. She wanted to be safe. Okay. We're gonna go Jade's path. Well, I hope everybody's ready.
I've made up my mind. And I think Jade's plan is the strongest. The strongest and also the safest. We can't count on Reverie to save our island. We should be the ones making a difference.
Ursula turns away without giving me another look. Jade comes a bit closer.
It feels good to be listened to and understood. It feels soothing, even.
We both smile. In the background, I see Ursula leave the room. Nobody follows her. Ursula's gonna leave. She's gonna do it her way. Not long afterwards, Jade, Nora, and I are in downtown Alma finishing a quick lunch. I didn't know I'd miss Atina's legendary sandwiches. Oh, that looks good. The familiar taste of the spicy sauces and the soft bread mixture of chickpea flour makes me smile. Interesting?
Wow. You devoured your kumru like it was your first meal in a week.
I was starving.
I noticed Jade hasn't touched her sandwich.
You okay, Jade?
Too stressed to eat. Haven't had an appetite for a while now.
I'm sorry if I was inconsiderate or anything.
It's fine. People react to stress differently. My investigation, all the time I've spent on it, it's weighing me down. But I feel like there's a way out now. Thanks to you.
She lowers her eyes. She's going to ask for a favor, something serious.
I need your help. Again. Something big.
Go on.
Your friend, Yana. Nora's been telling me you two are close.
Yes.
I haven't thought about it like that, but yes, close.
If we get them on board, it could really help. I mean, my investigation's ready to go out, but Yana's support would spread it further, make it more credible.
I get it. It means we need to fill them in on everything, right?
It's up to you.
We don't want to force you to do it, if you don't want to.
She looks like she's about to deliver a long speech about wanting to be sure I'm okay with the plan. I place my hand on hers, stalling her.
Yana deserves to know. I can talk to them. It's a risk, but it's worth it. They did warn me about MK, after all. We can trust them.
For a moment, the three of us just smile at each other. Then Jade bites into a sandwich. A blob of melted cheese and sauce escapes the bread and falls onto the plate. It's hard not to laugh. The beach is deserted apart from Nora, Jade, and me. Far off in the distance, drones fly over the inner workings of Atina. When I was younger, this place was bustling and alive. Something about the way our life has changed since then. Next to me, Nora and Jade are impatient. I can feel their agitation.
Yana's on their way.
Might be awkward with Jade.
Maybe. Step back a bit, maybe? Give me some time to talk to them. Alone.
Yes, a minute, alone with
If you
Nora.
say so.
Jade walks away, but Nora stays close by. Once Jade is out of earshot, she grabs my arm.
Hey, Polly?
Yeah?
Do you think Ursula's ever gonna forgive us for this?
No.
If we make it work, yes. She'll see why we picked this plan over hers.
Nora walks away without responding. She's still uncomfortable, still torn between Jade and Ursula. I can see Yana walking toward the cement stairs toward me. They notice Jade and Nora now a few spaces behind me. No surprise, no emotion. One of her.
Look at them. Strong, like the roots of the earth.
Yes.
But perhaps not as strong as you, Harmony. Remember that.
Tara leaves as Yana reaches.
Can't keep away, eh?
Takes me a couple of seconds to understand that they're teasing.
Huh?
I want to bury my head in the sand, but we're here for
You
it.
have brought company. Jade Galea. Enemy number 1 back at HQ.
Wanted posters plastering the walls? Reward for information, stuff like that?
Worse, actually. How can I help?
Things are getting more complicated.
They are.
And I need to tell you the whole story.
As we walk along the beach side by side, I tell them what's happened to me over the last few days. Reverie, Brittle, the aspirations, Glory, MK, our decision to go with Jade's plan. I keep my og roll out of the picture.
That's quite a story you've got there.
Yeah, it makes sense. Don't tell people that you're influencing them.
It's a lot to take in.
Yes and no. Remember Project Loom? No wonder you already knew.
They stop. The water's not far off. The waves rolling sand, stopping right before they reach our feet.
Thanks to Jade's work, we think we can spark change from within MK. We wanted to warn you, and ask if you had anything we could use, without hurting you, obviously.
We're past that stage, Polly.
They sigh and bend down, scooping up a shell that's washed ashore.
When I started job hunting, it was MK or nothing. When they hired me, I told myself I was different. That I could change the system from within. Like a mole acting on behalf of common decency. I don't know.
That was her goal from the very beginning? Yo, she's in the right place now.
Turns out that kind of youthful optimism is built in. The system doesn't just resist it, it expects it. Needs it. That's how they attract the talent. I'll make a difference. I'm not like them. Before you know it, you're trying to rationalize cutting off water to an entire neighborhood.
They have the shell far out across
The plan's a solid one, but it's only a first step. MK owns everything. Take them away and what's left? Chaos.
Before I can respond, they beckon to Jade and Nora. The two girls walk across the sand towards us. What's left? Chaos. Oh my god. Behind us, the waves are getting higher. Their crashing almost drowns us out.
Hey.
Hey.
They shake hands rather formally.
This isn't against some anarchist code? Breaking bread with an MK automaton?
I know the difference between a person and their job.
Nice to meet you, Jade. I'm not the only one with doubts about what MK's doing right now. I can check a few things and try to figure out the connection between MK and...
Glory.
Between MK and Glory. But I need time.
Jade almost jumps forward.
We don't have time. The longer we wait, the stronger MK will hit back.
If you want my help, I need time. Sorry.
Me too.
They're right, Jade.
They both look at me, hoping I can think of something to break the deadlock. Okay, so we got refuse to delay. We need to strike while the iron is hot. Or they need time to sharpen their knives. I have enough for both. I think we need to give Yana some time. No matter what, it's gonna lead to... We want to unite Elma and Atania. We want to free the Pressicants. We want the end of MK. I need to have 2 bliss crystals for that, so that might mean I need to go here. Need 2 truth, which would mean here, and I need 1 of each, which I already have. In order to make this work, she needs the time. I understand the push for the truth, but at the same time, in order to make sure that our mole is not going to get hurt, we need to give them the time that they need.
Jade, I think we should accept.
Polly, no. No, we can't.
It would mean having someone inside MK, collecting information.
And what if they catch on? We'll lose everything in an instant. Think about the Prescients.
She stops, looking more exhausted than ever.
Polly.
I know what this means to you. Otherwise, I wouldn't have picked your plan in the first place.
It all comes down to trust. You gotta trust me, Jade, please.
Sorry to butt in, but what's your plan exactly?
think it's time to fill them in. Okay, what exactly is our plan? This is a good question. Can't freaking see. Unite, Alma. That's it. People need a common ground. Like that, I convince truth to. Like that time, I convinced truth to scold chaos. Justice. We want justice. Or this is the best way to. Isn't this the best way to put it? Sorry, I was trying to make my decision. I smile at Yana. My role here is to bring these people together.
It's all about unity. Showing we can work together.
Alma and Atina, everybody marching together, you know? Hand in hand.
Yana snickers. I put my hand on Nora's shoulder, showing trust, showing caring, asking her to let me handle this.
Listen, I feel like I'm just discovering this place. Sure, I grew up here, but now it's as though I'm seeing the island for the first time, and it's a shock. Ever since I got back, everybody's been talking about MK, how it's splitting our island in half. We need to act. But it won't work if we're not united.
Yana's smirk is gone.
I
now.
worked my arse off for months to prove what MK's doing. They target the vulnerable, poor families, people begging for work.
I know.
We need to change that. And we need to act fast. MK has the resources to fight back, so we need to take them by surprise.
I agree, but what can I do? Why did you ask me to come down here?
The waves are calmer now, quieter, as though the ocean wants in on our little conspiracy. So now we have two choices. Broadcast Jade's investigation, or do this. Nora looks confident. Nora, go for it. I turned to Nora.
Nora, you had something in mind, right?
I did, yes. I think it would be better if we don't risk incriminating Yana. They've done a lot already.
Neither Jade nor Yana is thrilled by what's happening. We set up a secret meeting and now we're changing course. But I want to trust Nora. I want to follow her.
Nora's getting bolder. See how excited she is about you trusting her.
I do trust her.
I turn my attention back to Jade and
This
Yana.
isn't what we discussed.
Maybe it's better this way. I'll keep an eye out for any way I can help.
Their voice catches slightly. Are they disappointed? Ah, dang it! We should have broadcasted.
Be careful out there. No matter what happens.
I turn and walk away casually at first, then more
What's
quickly.
going on, Polly? You come find me. We searched for Yana, and now we have another plan I didn't know about.
Actually, it's my idea. Everything centers around the prescience. We aren't changing tack, Jade. This is just an extra layer to your already brilliant plan. And Yana... MK's already sniffing around. I trust Yana, I do, but too many cooks, you know?
I guess it would have been harder for them to keep what they were doing under wraps.
And for us to act discreetly.
Jade looks from Nora to me, taking a minute to
What's
think.
our next move?
Thank you. The skate park.
Minutes Minutes later, we're making our way through Alma. It's a quiet stroll until I sense Bliss next to
Harmony,
me.
I think we need you back in Reverie. Something's going on with Chaos.
Am I not feeding him enough? I'm back in Reverie. For a moment, the place feels more real than my own life. I can't put my finger on why, but there's a new sense of connection here, of belonging. Then I see the aspirations. They're standing in a circle around
What's
the
the matter?
Chaos. Chaos is the matter. They won't accept your choices.
Look, I'm not out for blood, you know.
Whatever's going on in Brittle, you're about to ruin it for us.
In Brittle? What are you doing, Chaos? Are we working together or not?
You're missing the point, Harmony.
And you're acting like an irresponsible fool.
Everyone, calm down.
Oh dear, this has all gotten very boring very quickly. Look, I get it. Being decisive is hard, right? But it's okay. I'm going to be decisive for you. Easy there, big boy. You'll see what I'm up to soon enough. You all will.
AKA, he's pushing Ursa.
Bye-bye for now.
Chaos vanishes. All around me, the aspirations disappear one by one. I'm left completely alone. Chaos, please don't ruin this for me. Here we are. I feel like I've done everything in my power to push us closer to our goal. Weakening MK, freeing Glory, healing Reverie, and securing Brittle's future. The gears are turning, our plans already set in motion. The choices I've made rippled out around me, each shaping what's to come. I think I made the right decisions. I chose as best as I could, at least. All that's left to do is wait and see what happens. End the chapter. Jesus Christ. Ooh, wow, we're only one crystal off from getting this ending. Cooperate with the aspirations. Use chaos to destroy Glory. I don't want to depose Glory. I don't want to destroy her. I just want to, you know, get things done. Okay, we're gonna take a quick break. So go get your teas, your coffees, your snacks. Go to the bathroom. Do whatever you need to do. We will be right back. And we're back. Alrighty, we're almost done. We're gonna get through the last of this for today. We're gonna do about half an hour more, and then I'm gonna call it. Though, for those who dream, you need to head to Revere, but Brittle is calling for my attention. Okay. Do-do-do. Polly's room, which is in the shed, by the way. Her room is in a shed. The communication channels are on fire. News sites split their coverage between two headlines: MK's secret presence and the explosion of civil unrest. The spokespeople are out in forces on both sides. Manicured suits versus citizen anger. Fair to say Jay's work has had the intended effect. I head outside to get some air and break from the incessant updates. The garden is quiet. The smell of juniper berries wafts through the trees, a calm before the storm. I consider stopping by Ursula's room, but the impulse passes. Tomorrow, maybe tonight, Atina will erupt into chaos. Protests, police action, violence, and I won't see any of it. Reverie is calling me. It needs me. The aspirations need me. And I need my rest. I dream of nothingness, a black void filled with absence, and awake feeling ill at ease. I don't blame her. Sirens on the morning air, the hum of drones, the faint echoes of marching feet and chanting silkins. It's time to break the bond between our world and Reverie. Oh boy. So that's Chaos Fury. Which requires us to go with Ursula's plan. This one's a fair fight. I close my eyes, touch the necklace out of habit, and dive in between the worlds. I apologize. The Rona is not pleasant, and this is the second time that I've caught it. And I'm there. Reverie lies below me in a gigantic chessboard, a puzzle of enormous proportions. To win the game, I need Egregore. Gloria is off the board. Whether she's trapped inside her nexus or simply refusing to play remains unclear. She forged a link with MK, and nothing good ever comes from dealing with the devil. But entering her realm, breaching the barrier MK has installed, that will require as much Egregore as I can muster. So I need to visit the others, all of them, persuade them to be part with a piece of their own power. Persuade them to part with a piece of their own power so I can save them all. My mother and Chaos have another plan, a dangerous plan, one that could kill every precedent on Tina. I can't let that happen. So many futures, so many possible endings. I'm terrified. But it's time to act. I turn to leave, and when I feel something with me, no, someone, presence looking in the background. Chaos.
Oh, bugger. The hard way it is, then.
Before I open my mouth, before I can even open my mouth, there's a whooshing sensation, and suddenly I'm in their sanctuary.
Sorry for the mess. I wasn't expecting visitors.
Visitors? You brought me here.
Oh, yes. Well, make yourself at home.
I kind of like it.
What do you want? I don't have time for this.
We never talk anymore. Don't you miss when we used to talk?
Wait.
Honestly, sometimes I think I'm the only one who believes in this relationship.
You're stalling. Keeping me here so I can't... Ursula's plan. You're going ahead with Ursula's plan.
Oh, you are your mother's daughter, aren't you?
They smile.
Through the years, she's tried to contact me. Messages, provoking signs. All she needed to do was send me her daughter.
I step up to them, breaking into this little flight of reminiscence.
I won't let you. The Prescients, all those people, they could die.
Or everyone could be fine, and the bond between this world and yours is severed. Snap!
No. The other aspirations will never agree. They'll never give you their Egregore.
How right you are. But who said they need to give it to me?
Another whooshing instant, and I'm back where I was. What did they mean? They need that egregor. So what's their plan? I don't have time for this. I need to visit the first of the aspirations. Oh no, they're planning on using us. So that way we break through on one side and Ursula breaks through on the other. This will be a long trip across the divide. I settle myself in getting comfortable here in Brittle for my time in Revere. But I want to know what will happen here, so I'm trying something new. Before I leave, I turn on my tri-vid, leaving it running the news. Then I dive between the realms. When I arrive, I try looking back across to Brittle. At first, it's like trying to peer through a mirror past your own image into the reflected world beyond. But I find a crack, a portal between the two realms, hazy, but there. Sorry. I feel rather than see a great unrest, the protests must have begun. I hear the tiny words on the tri-vid by my side, updates, reports, and there's another force at play, something of Revere, but not in Brittle. But in Brittle, must be Ursula, my mother, and her ritual. The portal closes, the effort leaving me breathless. Behind me, the heart of Revere beats faster. I don't want to destroy things. Okay. It's all locked. Oh no. We can't do any of it. No, 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 no. We have to go this way. Oh, visit Bliss. Okay. So I have to go that way and then make my way through the other side. So it's chaos stealing, or we do it the other way. First step, Bliss. Of all the aspirations, it's her presence I need the most right now. With her, I'll start my mission on the right foot, surrounded by happiness and positivity. When I enter her sanctuary, she barely stirs. Hey! You're always looking for things to eat. There's a doggo here. Is it even possible for the personification of joy to feel sad?
Oh, Sprout. It's you. Pull up a beanbag, I guess.
Given the seriousness of the situation, I did not.
Hey, what's wrong?
Nothing. No, that's a lie. Jeepers creepers, kid. It's your mum. She didn't listen. She and Chaos have started that stupid plan of theirs.
I thought I had more time.
You knew?
Had a run-in with Chaos when I arrived.
Then you know about Nora, I guess.
What about Nora?
She's a prescient Harmony. Her abilities would have blossomed, but now she's hurt.
No.
Whatever Chaos and your mum are doing, it's working. But it's sending those poor buggers into fits.
We have to stop them. Quick, please. You're a Gregor. It's the only way I can enter Glory's domain and stop my mother's plan.
Yeah, I can do that. Only I was gonna...
What?
I can help Nora. Stop her hurting. But for that...
You need your Gregor.
Yeah. I'm so sorry, Sprout. It's one or the other. No way we can do both.
What do I do? What do I do? Shield Nora from the pain of Ursula's plan, or forge ahead and hope that I can beat my mother to glory? God damn it. If only Ursula knew that she was gonna hurt Nora. Okay, what to do, what to do, what to do. I don't want to leave Nora to get hurt. I want her powers to blossom, but at the same time, we need that egregor. We're still not near the end of the act either. Because the end of the act will have these at the end. I don't know what to do. I feel like we can't let Nora get hurt, but at the same time, I need a crystal. That's not an ending. That is. I can't do that to Nora. I can't. I can't. I can't let Ursula have her way. Sorry,
Help her! Help Nora!
Knew you'd say that. Alright, let's make some magic.
Tiny fingers jump from her being bag, cracks her knuckles with a snap like a whip, reaches into her pocket. At first I'm not sure what she's got, but then she turns to me with a grin and I see it. A whistle. She sucks in a big gulp of air, pauses for effect, and then jams the thing into her lips, putting her all into the blow. Nothing happens. No sound emerges, literally. An unnatural silence settles over us until the only thing I can hear is my own heartbeat. When she's done, the void melts away. The bleeps and the bloops of her entertainment center return alongside the sound of my heavy breathing.
That should do it.
What did you do?
Atina's covered in protests. Loud, noisy things sucking up all the attention. I slow things down a mite. Gave Jade some breathing room to realize Nora was hiding all that pain. Yeah, they should be able to head back to the Naiad soon. It's not much, but Nora's in good hands now.
Thank you.
Oh, go on. You'd have done the same for me. You know, if you were an aspiration.
It's time for me to go. I need to head to the next
Hold
room.
up!
Myself almost drops her soda, ready to
One
catch
last
me.
thing. Chaos. Be careful with them.
Oh, yes. Very much ahead of you.
No, I mean, be careful with them. You're short on time. They won't do you harm. They don't want to hurt you. But chaos is chaos. Expect them to play a few pranks.
Noted. Thank you.
Good luck. And bring me back something. Something nice.
I had to do it. Chaos isn't with me, so. Nora's in pain and danger because of my mother. How far is Ursula willing to go to enact her revenge on Glory? How far will I have to go to stop her? And Chaos, I'm beginning to fear their whims. Will they take on my egregor? Will they allow me to keep any? I have to press on to the next aspiration, to truth. Truth's buried temple. Oh, that is so cool. get to see this before. We just went straight in. I picture their sanctuary so recently hidden from all of us, and I am transported to its
I'm not
outskirts.
so bad, you know. Once you punch through the hardened exterior to the gooey mess inside.
Leave me alone.
I'm not trying to torment you, dearie. But you must realize Ursula gets results. Consider going with the flow.
Fuck off.
The truth hurts, as I'm sure you're about to find out. Tatty bye! For now.
Chaos. When my vision of the clown disappears, truth stands
I
before
have been
me.
expecting you. Come.
Can I see the back of your other hand, please? They sound less than enthused. We did briefly see it. The interior of their domain is no less frosty. In fact, it almost feels colder in here than outside.
Your mother has commenced her plan.
Yes. I know.
And you oppose this way forward?
Of course I do. It's awful. Especially since there's another way.
They don't respond. Instead, their milk-white eyes bore into my own, searching for something. After a moment, they stop. Something like relief passes over their face.
The situation in Brittle grows complex. Your friend Jade cares for the ailing Nora. They talk together of prescience and secrets. She kept her nature from even you.
Yes. She did.
The foolishness of lies. Of course, I am somewhat biased. The question now is Jade's role in all this. She must decide between her duty and her heart.
Look, the cracks are back. They weren't there a minute ago. They're back. They're back. They're back. They're back. Like, here, look. I'm gonna zoom in on it for you guys. Let's see if I can figure out how to do this. This hit studio mode. I want to go to this. Let's see. Look! Lookity, look, look, look. See? Cracks. Back. They weren't there before.
The protests need a leader, a figurehead, someone to lay bare the sins of the corporation. But Nora requires care and companionship. I know what you seek, Egregor. But you must make a choice.
Another one?
Indeed. I could use my supply to spread Jade's revelations about the company's crimes even further. To accelerate the unrest, weaken the oppressor. But such an act would require Jade's assistance.
And Nora?
Would be alone once more. Make your choice. Keep the egregor for yourself and the protest falter. But Nora will be cared for. Allow me to use my powers, and the source of all Atina's woes shall be brought low, so low that they might never recover. What is your decision?
So Nora is safe, which stops Chaos from stealing from Truth. Which, if I recall here, no, it did not cut that out. Or Jade leaves the protest. See, this stops that, but then it doesn't allow us to continue forward. I can't choose, not yet. I have to know she's
You wish to know more? Of Brittle?
Please. I'm so disconnected here. I feel like I've abandoned them.
Truth's expression softens, something like a pity of camaraderie flashes across their face.
Very well.
Their eyes flicker when they speak. It feels distant, like echoes heard from
Nora has become a figure of unity. The people see in her a champion, a unifier. Jade is trying to reach out to Ursula, to force her hand, to stop the ritual. They have sent Laszlo. He alone may stand a chance of success in this.
Their hands stiffen, their eyes retreating from
Now we must speak of reverie once more. Know this. I shall not allow chaos to squander my egregor.
We don't have the other choice. No, I won't sacrifice Nora's
I'll take the egregor.
Very well.
With a snap of their fingers, a blue cloud rises from the pool beyond. Incloran sits in a sphere and rushes through me. A new presence in my chest.
What's happening in Brittle? Please. I need to know.
Their white eyes flicker for a
Your
moment.
newly formed family is split. Jade and Nora return to the Naiads. Laszlo has vowed to fight the oppressor in their place.
And my mother?
Laszlo spoke with her. She knows of the pain her plan will cause, even to Nora.
Damn it.
But she persists.
What is she thinking? Her own... How can she do this?
The protests falter. They do not fail, but their progress is halted.
Truth's eyes flicker once more.
Thank you. I have to go.
Give my regards to Power.
As I leave, I see a shadow of disapproval on their face. They did not approve of my choice. I didn't have the other option. I care anymore. Now on to Power. I had to make a choice, so I made it. Alright, here's his stronghold. He has a lot of fishes. I apologize. Okay, I arrive at Power's domain. It is no more welcoming than before. The door to his sanctuary is open. Inside, I see a giant aspiration on his throne. Egregor already in hand. He's wearing a frown and a steepled brows and a downturned mouth. Is this anger directed at me? He doesn't look any happier up close.
Your mother, she was always stubborn. But this, she has reached out to the Prescience. Her plan nears its climax. And chaos, I expected better from my kin. I'm sorry. Harmony, welcome.
He smiles. His frustration was not at me. Just that this is just an aspiration reckoning with his worst enemy. Powerless.
Here, take my egregor. Breach Glory's domain.
He's like, here, go ahead, go.
No, wait.
Whatever for?
It's not safe. It's chaos.
What has that child gotten themselves into now?
Each time I'm given egregor, they appear and steal it.
Impossible. We cannot manifest in each other's realms unless...
Unless granted entry. I know. But they've done it.
But he didn't. He stole from Truth. I thought I had stopped it. Power gets mad. Let's do this. No! Oh, I should have let Yana spread the misdeeds. Damn it. Right, but we can still go this path. Power might be disappointed, but he'll give you what you need. And then him being angry, I can't do because I don't have chaos crystals. I literally only have one choice in this matter, which means he's gonna steal from me again. Power grunts to
Chaos is a trickster, but I expected better from you, Harmony. If you cannot even outwit a single aspiration, what sort of oracle will you make, hmm?
This is also... I don't know how to...
I can't respond to him because he's right. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Please. What's happening down there? On Atina?
Well, the violence of the protests is escalating. Monoconcern has passed beyond prevention and engaged in retaliation.
He leans a little closer. His voice seems to carry a sadness of the violence he was talking about.
Tear gas, flashbangs. People suffer. Shops burn. Batons fly. People scream.
My family.
Laszlo rushes to help his friends at the front. Jade remains with Nora at home. Here, the egregor. Take it. Use it to end this madness. Do not use it. Try.
I will.
Alrighty. On Sanctuary. It's locked! Why is it locked? I'm not... Am I stuck doing this? Excel. Power is never anything but intimidating. The burden of the task ahead still rests on my shoulders, but my journey is coming to an end. Before I take another step, though, the weight inside me lifts again. But now, I feel empty. Power's egregor, it's gone. Manic laughter echoes around my head. Chaos, how did they... No, I don't have time to think about it. I have to move on. What if we're still back at Chaos's place? If we're still back at Chaos's place, that makes sense. Speaking with Power is always overwhelming. I emerge from his sanctuary with my ears ringing. Onward to my final stop. Bond's there when I reopen my eyes. He looks awful.
Harmony, sit. There is a tale that needs telling.
What's going on? Has something...
Please.
I like Bond's place. It's relaxing. I moved on to one of the cushions stuffed between the roots of Bond's trees. He moves to sit before me, his normal sincerity marred with grim.
Laszlo, he is injured.
No!
Be still. He lives. But the strands that tie him to this existence pull ever more taut and strained.
What? What happened?
The details are unclear.
I need to go. He'll need me. I need to help him.
But they are powerful at foul blood, allied feet, trampling the... Oh, Harmony. Okay.
You can do nothing for him. Not in that place.
Jade has taken up the fight. There's no time left.
Many lives now depend on your actions, on what you do here in Reverie.
How? What can I do?
Follow Chaos's design.
Could my mother's plan have been the right one all along? Okay, so now I can either do this, the hardest choice. You're going to have to make the best possible decision. Take a bit of aggro. Take more aggro. Use powers aggro. Use Bliss's aggro. Use truth. So I have truth here, and then I have this option. Reality swims around me. Laszlo's hurt, Nora in pain, and me here apart from everything.
Take this.
Bond hands me the aggro. Chaos makes no move to take
Infinite possibilities are born in this moment. I have seen all the conclusions and their consequences. Take the egregor. Mono Konzern, the oppressor, will be dealt a death blow. It will weaken them, so they may never recover. And it is the only way, the only possible way, to save your Laszlo.
I don't know what to do. If I do this, really do this, anyone with a hint of presence on Tina might die. Nora could die. But if I don't, if I believe Bond, Laszlo's as good as
I have seen the futures, but the tides of time are fickle. The best way, the only way to save Laszlo is with chaos. But even then, there are no guarantees.
Jade's plan would keep Nora and the others safe. MK would still be weakened, but more slowly, methodically. My heart is racing.
Thank you, Bond.
I'm here for you. We all are. Remember, Harmony. The only certainty is the certainty of chance. Grab it while you can. Try. Fail, and try again.
I need a couple of seconds to breathe and find the strength to
I will.
Okay. So here's what we could do from here. We could do this. Jade can do that. Still follow my plan. I'm happy you want to follow my plan. I'm glad I managed to keep this. Was I right to choose this? Is it too late? No matter what, we can still follow her plan. I can't decide, so I'll split the
I'll
difference.
take the egregor, but only a little.
I see.
Racket of Bliss's sanctuary behind, safe in the knowledge that this egregor will. Wait, something's here. And the egregor's taken from me and appears.
Surprise!
Bliss gave that to me.
But I want it, and now I have it. So, no, I think I'll keep it. Bye!
Fucking chaos. And they're gone. Impossible. They shouldn't be allowed in here. It's in Bliss's domain, not without her permission. There's nothing I can do. No way to retrieve the egregor. I have to move on. So I'm forced to watch these scenes. Despite the fact that I'm like, hey, I'm doing things to prevent things. So use trees, egregor. Let's use powers. It's all come down to this. Glorious nightclub. I imagine myself at Glory's pyramid and I'm there. There's a force here, an invisible wall between me and the entrance of Glory's domain. This is the power Mono Cousin wields over an aspiration. I choose to call on Powers McGregor. Feels different from the rest, like a sharpened edge to it that the other aspirations Icarus lack. And it's heavy enough to move.
Go,
mountains.
Harmony. Show them your strength.
I take the liquid sphere and smash it into the nothingness before me.
Show them.
The air shatters into a million shards of the transparent debris that fall around me like rain. Monarch Zan's hold on Revere is weakened, but not broken. It's locked. Oh, because I don't have a bond crystal. I don't have a choice. I wish I could. Okay, whatever lies inside that pyramid, whatever challenges I have to overcome, I'm ready. I'm ready. Stale booze, sweat, vomit. The inside of Glory's pyramid smells like the tail end of the world's wildest night out.
Glory?
The disco ball is in the center is the size of a small moon. There's nothing festive about the rest. Glass or something resembling glass is sprinkled across the floor and it crunches underfoot as I move inside. Strobe lights pierce my retinas, leaving after images buzzing the low hum of an outcome headache. And there, sprawled across a gigantic leather couch.
Glory!
She's not moving. Is she unconscious? But before I can move toward her, my attention is caught by the grasping, gurgling sound from the other side of the room. There's a gash in the far wall. From it flows a cascade of Edgar, modified Edgar, MK Edgar. I use the crystals I have left to stem the tide. Takes a bit of work, but the flow eventually stops and the gurgling ceases. But it is a temporary fix. This is the source of MK's influence over Revere, over its heart, and over Glory. And it's only a moment of time until the tide rolls back in. I hear someone stirring behind me. Glory is awake. This will give everybody's, at least those three, some things. Glory's in a bad way, but even as she pulls herself from her stupor, she's glorious.
Ooh. You must be the new Oracle I keep hearing about. Well, hello.
Hello.
She rises to her full height, and I'm momentarily lost for words. Light bends around her as if intimidated by her presence. I can empathize.
You've met me at a very strange time in my existence.
Are you all right? What happened? All this egregor?
Things may have gotten a little out of hand. Would you like the full screenplay or just the highlights?
Reverie. Brittle. Everything's falling apart. We need to...
Highlights it is. Oh, I need a drink.
She glances over at the gash at the wall where the MK modified egregor used to fall.
Oh, so it's going to be like that.
What did they do to you?
She attempts to laugh, but it collapses into a hacking cough. She staggers, almost falling, and I rush to help.
I'm fine. Oh, headache like you wouldn't believe.
So after this node, we're gonna call it a stream, and I'm very happy to everybody who came. But we're gonna keep going with like what this node is. She smells like champagne and money.
All this, the egregor. It was a deal, a collab, with someone on your side, Brittle. They give me enough of it to keep Reverie going. I give them a peek into the future. Mix things up a bit.
The last piece of the puzzle comes screaming into view. MK's medical experiments, they're hoarding over Gregor, all to win the favor of a single aspiration. The one most vulnerable to the promise of success.
The bastards did something to it. Changed it. They played me. They played me. But now, without it, I can't.
She breaks into another cough and collapses to one knee.
Stupid. Stupid!
I desperately want to know the state of things in Brittle. Nora, Jade, Laszlo. But Glory can barely stand. She needs time. Alrighty, we're gonna end the chapter and then we'll end the stream. I want to see the end of the chapter. There we go. This is the one that we've unlocked. We weren't able to unlock that. That's fine. I like this one. Someone told me that the aspirations cannot enter another sanctuary uninvited. And yet, something in the air has changed. Familiar presences, but it's not me they're haunting. Like a gust of wind, bringing smells, perfumes from a nearby marketplace. Cooking food, strong spices, roasting meat, rotting fish, all of it bursts into the room at once. We're both startled by the new scent.
I get it! I get it!
Glory seems to be inhabited by voices I can't hear. I'm out of my depth, but I need to do something.
Enough! Quiet! Let her speak!
The smells are gone as abruptly as they came, leaving silence in their wake.
Thank you. Seems like my siblings have a lot to complain about.
Everybody was worried. Or, you know, unsettled.
I will leave the heart. It's the only way to show. To prove my fucking goodwill.
Good. That will appease them.
Then something changes, something breaks, something stops beating.
Is that you, Glory?
She turns around to face me. Her face is as surprised as I am. I can't hear her reply. I can't hear anything, really. Oh, look at that! So Bliss now has 26, he has 14, he has 51, 29, 15, and she has 0. Because I have not been able to collect her egregor at all. So, we are slowly but surely filling up the heart. But we're gonna end the stream here today. We'll come back. Oh, we're not done. She's crying. The heart of reverie stops. For a couple of seconds, my senses go numb. Then the blast, a powerful wave, rolls over the ground. For me, everything goes dark. And then I realize another heartbeat is missing from the world. Who died? Who died? This is still the end of the chapter. I thought we were done. We're not. We're not. I opened my eyes back in Brittle. For a second, the overflow of lights, colors, and smells is overwhelming. I have to leave my room. I stagger to the door, outside to the sun. What the fuck happened? Who died? As I walk across the lawn, I feel incomplete, broken up. Something's missing, but I don't know exactly what or why. As I get closer to the main building, I realize I can hear sobbing. I can almost feel it. I could see Nora right away. Okay, so Nora's alive. The one that was at risk, the ones at risk were Ursula, Nora, Jade, and Laszlo. My guess was either going to be Jade or Laszlo. Possibly Ursula. I think Ursula just did something stupid. I can see Nora right away about. Bowed over the kitchen counter, surrounded by crumpled tissues. Face drawn with exhaustion, she moves as soon as she sees me. She flings herself at me and holds me as tight as a rope. then I understand.
Polly.
Before she even says that.
Laszlo. Laszlo's dead.
Fuck. I should have taken Bonds McGregor. Why didn't I see it coming? We did see it coming. Fuck! Fuck! Well, we're ending the stream here. I will be back, I don't know when, but I'm really enjoying playing this game, and I'm really enjoying doing it on stream, so I am going to try and play this game through to the end on stream. I just don't know when I'll be back. I might be back tomorrow, I might not. It depends on if I'm going back to work. It depends on how I'm feeling. The Rona sucks. Anyways, thank you to everybody who showed up today. I love y'all. You guys are great. Thank you for coming. I hope you enjoyed today's stream. Hopefully I'll be back. I should be back soon. Usually I play in the middle of the night because I work overnight, so I'm usually up in the middle of the night, but I've been sick. So I've been up in the middle of the day recently. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.